you put that in the app.
So you guys could get together and commiserate over the things you don't like.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah. Wow.
It's like,
Okay.
Well, I hate Coldplay. Well, I also hate Coldplay. I hate
Well, that's
mayonnaise.
everybody. You
Well,
don't
that's
even
pretty
have,
much
that's,
everybody.
that's in fact, it's one of the
that
default
everyone?
settings when you open the app. It's like Coldplay's already
Collective
selected as something that you hate. You don't even have to push the button. They're saving you time.
But I don't like Coldplay. Please delete this app immediately. You're
Right.
not the proper audience for this thing.
Yeah, I enjoyed that U2 album that was on my phone. You know? No, get out of here.
It just scans your phone to detect what you already have on there. No, you're not going to work out.
Are we
This is
live?
good.
Is
We
this
are
happening
live
right now?
All right, we are going live on Facebook and YouTube right now. Hello, this is Trends with Benefits. This is our weekly roundtable podcast where we gather some experts here from digital trends to talk about the tech topics of the day. We're going to get into why we hate everything here in just a second. We are live on YouTube and Facebook though, and we want to hear your comments. So I'm going to follow along, and we'll see what you guys have to say. We definitely want to hear that. If you've got if you dispute something we say, if you've got something tech that you want us to talk about, definitely let us know, and we will get to those. Let's get to our roundtable right now. I'm your host Greg Nibbler, and to my right,
Holly.
Holly.
I'm here on time this week.
You are, yeah, that's true. Last time I forgot.
I forgot about
you
the
were late.
Pop-In podcast.
Yeah, dang it. Okay, well, it's too late now. You already passed that test. And going on down.
Rick Stella, staff writer for DT.
Okay, Rick, I got to ask, with the Red Sox shirt, Patriots?
No, I
Okay.
actually hate the Patriots. Which
Okay,
is
good. All right, that was
Probably
another,
a bad week to wear my Boston.
That was
stuff.
another haters question
Yeah.
right there.
No blanket love.
I swipe
for
yes on
anybody.
Tom Brady. I hate it.
Oh, yikes.
All right, and on the end,
Caleb Dennison.
it is Caleb Dennison. All right, so we've got a bunch of things we're going to get to today. We're going to be talking about some things coming up with the Super Bowl. We've got Boston Dynamics nightmare robots that we'll get to. Rick has an entire recap of going to the Hyperloop event, including being close enough to possibly touch Elon Musk. Whether he did or didn't, we'll find out in a minute. But let's talk about this right off the bat. You know, we talk about whatever's going on in tech, and this is a new dating app that has just come out, or it's about to come out, and it is called Haters.
I love
And
this app so much.
Caleb, please say your headline. There's an article at digitaltrends.com. It's a brilliant headline.
Well, the first part of it is the fun part. It's haters gonna date. You know, meet your next date based on
Did you come up
mutual
with that one?
dislikes. I did.
Yeah?
Yes,
Nice.
thank you.
That's a good one. I like
Thank
that.
you.
Yeah, I like that a
It
lot.
was the best part of my morning.
All right, well,
That's why you're in such a good mood, right?
It is. I had a little early win.
Well, and it's kind of a brilliant idea for an app. I mean, we all know Tinder and everything else is based on, oh, I like this. Everything matches up for that. But I think I hate more things than I love. So this sounds like a great idea. So it's essentially you swipe right or left on, like, how does it exactly
Okay,
work?
it's a lot like other dating apps, except for this one has a heavy focus on things that you really hate or really dislike. So, like we were joking earlier, Coldplay's already on there. It's on by default. Nobody. No, but let's say if you don't like pickles, who doesn't like pickles?
Me.
And what is wrong with you?
I don't
Really?
know. I
You
don't
don't like pickles?
No, I don't like pickles. Pickles and mayonnaise. Those would be two things I would have
Like
to
together
say.
or just
So,
separate?
add-
So
Separate,
tuna salad
anything
sandwich
involved.
is not your thing.
So I'll take the tuna.
That's too bad because
no mayonnaise
I
and pickles.
love. Oh.
Well, we would not match apparently.
No, we would not. We would not be getting together on this app because we don't both hate pickles. And that's the thing. What it does is it just sort of matches you up with people based on mutual dislikes. So pickles. Lulu Chang, the writer, put in black and white photos. Like, are there people out there hating on black and white photos? I don't
Antique
know.
furniture.
Yeah, exactly. Spiders, whatever.
Left turns, I hate those.
And I mean, I haven't downloaded the app and I haven't started using it yet, but I'm gonna see who I get matched up with in Portland, and because Portland, people love to hate things in Portland,
yeah.
including other Portland hipsters. So there's this like whole Portland hipster hate culture going on, and I just want to peer into that a little bit. But yeah, I'm gonna try it out. I'm gonna load it up and see who I get matched up with based on hates, and I think I'm gonna have more fun thinking of all the things that I hate, because you guys know me, right? And then I am actually, but then after that, I get to find out, okay, who else also hates all of these things,
Right.
So it's a dating app. So it's not just like, hey, let's get together and like bitch about this stuff together. It actually is something so that people
No,
can
the
meet each
idea
other.
is like, hey, we both hate all the same stuff, and that might actually be more powerful than having a bunch of likes.
I see, yeah. Right.
Like if you have a bunch of mutual interests, you tend to think, well, then we might be a good match for each other.
Yeah.
But could hating the same things.
But that could be
also
more important than anything else.
Right.
Well,
I mean, personally, I enjoy like a balance. Like we love this stuff together, but you hate the thing that I like, and I like the thing that you hate, and whatever. That's the same thing. You know what I'm saying, right? I'm a little tired. I wasted my brain on that headline earlier. So, but yeah, I kind of wonder. Now, the question is, am I actually going to go on a date with any of these people?
Yeah. So, did you download the app? No, it's on the iOS.
I have not downloaded it yet.
The Apple Store right now.
I've been a little bit busy, but
I don't think it's available for Android yet because I went to look for it and I couldn't find it.
Well, you're going to get a bunch of iPhone people hating Androids.
Oh, that's probably
getting
it
matched
too.
up with each other.
That's what it could totally be that. Taking a look here on YouTube, we've got Brian from Ireland who said Coldplay is cool. So sorry.
Yeah, it was not meant for you, Brian.
Wouldn't
It's not going to
Caleb
work.
had hit wet.
No, you know, I mean, we jokingly diss on Coldplay, but I think more likely what's on the app is already Nickelback. Yeah.
That just makes sense.
And I want to know if
JVC.
Coldplay lover out in Ireland loves Nickelback or hates Nickelback. I want to know.
A philosophical question. Chris on Facebook says, "What if you both hate people?" That's true. That is a good. I guess.
I think that's okay because
Yeah.
most people who say I hate people really are just looking for other people that feel the same way as they do. You know what I mean? Like, I don't hate all people. I just hate most of you. And I really want to hang out with other people who hate people. That's very Portlandia right there.
That is absolutely. That works for
This
that.
whole app is Portlandia.
I was say it sounds like something that was created out of like a comedy show or something like Portland.
Yeah. But who is the creator behind this? Like, how did this come about? Is it tied in with any other
you
kind of
make this
dating
up?
app? Yeah.
No, it's in the article at digitaltrends.com. We actually spoke with the creators, and they had some interesting things to say. But, I mean, yeah, the crux of the thing is we really believe that it's just as important to meet people who dislike things the same as you, as you would somebody who likes the same things.
I love it. I think it's a great idea.
I can't wait to come back on the show and talk about
Please give a recap.
the experience of using it.
An update of your hate dates.
you need to do like
I mean, I'm not a dating app person. Like, I don't do that. I don't even use Tinder.
Yeah.
But I can't wait to use this. It's gonna be super fun.
All right, well, we'll find out. If you download the Hater app and go on a date, let us know what it is. I'm so curious at what it is, for other people tuning in right now, what you hate so much that would be actually a good match. Somebody else has to hate it, or else you're not going to go on a date with them.
It's like a deal breaker thing.
Yeah, it's like just total deal breaker.
Holly,
Like,
what's
this will
your
not
big
work.
hate?
What do
What
I
do you
hate?
like? If somebody likes this thing, you just can't be friends.
Well, it's more of like pet peeves when people
Mm.
can't pass a sheet of paper around the room the right way.
Wow,
Kills me.
That is specific.
Super
That
specific.
sounds
And-
like it's narrowed down to somebody in
Do
the
we have a
office.
piece of paper?
That's coming back from college, like the sign-in sheets, and I've been traveling a lot recently. So when they tell you do not put your purse or backpack up in the overhead bin, and I come through with my roller bag,
And the
that
purse
And
is
somebody's purse is up there.
makes me so angry. So if you're a person that puts your purse up or your backpack in the upper head bin, it's not for
You
me.
can't be friends. Yeah.
That's not going to work out. All right.
We need to talk about this
Under the
paper.
front
That is
seat.
really
Yeah.
specific.
How do they
yeah.
hand it? What's the paper thing?
When you're in a giant auditorium and you're watching the sign-in sheet like go back and forth, and then right in front of you, they're like, "Oh, I'm gonna pass it this way or that
Oh,
way,"
nice.
and then
Yes,
they just-
order.
Yeah,
It's got to stay in that specific
yes.
order. Okay.
Clearly, it was already
meant
on the
like
pass.
physically.
Everybody knows you pass on the
Oh.
left-hand side.
Right.
I mean, Bill Marley. Who is that guy?
I don't know.
Marley,
We're
you
losing
know?
it all here
The
right now.
unknown Marley brother. Yeah, Bill Marley. Yeah.
Irish.
All right. Well,
Sorry if that was really loud. I just snorted him.
Irish reggae. Bill Marley.
all right. Well, continue to put in the
Long
things
dreads.
you hate into Facebook and YouTube, and we'll get to those
I
as we
hate
go.
Bill Marley so much.
That Dublin-based reggae. Yeah, not a fan.
Right.
All right, this
We're
is going off the
gonna get to
rails.
some other topics here. We gotta keep on going. Juan says, "Nice shirt, though, Rick." Really quick, just want to make
Thank you,
sure.
Yeah,
Juan.
no.
I know who that is.
Ian,
yeah.
Speaking
Juan,
of
yeah.
shirts, Ian pointed out that the Henley went out of style like 20 years ago, and I'm trying to.
I was wearing it yesterday. I'm apparently still out of style anyway.
Yeah,
that
well,
doesn't matter. But
whatever. I'm sporting the Henley today.
As a conversely, just in case you don't know what Rick is wearing, Sander says, "I hate gray clothes with a big B on it." So the Boston, it's a love-hate thing. So you are not a good match for Sander. I'm sorry, Rick. All right.
sorry, Sandra.
Is that your girlfriend?
All right. No, Sander. Okay, let's get to the next topic. Let's keep going here.
Yes.
So Snapchat Snapchat, well, Snap Inc. now. I keep forgetting to say that. It's Snap Inc. They've changed their name. A new thing that they're coming out with now, incorporating augmented reality into the app itself. The app called Lenses, but it's going to have augmented reality to like real time be able to lay over augmented reality into it. Holly, I know you have the glasses themselves.
Oh, I should have brought them.
Okay, well that's all right. Well,
Wait, did you get a pair?
tardy
Yeah.
one time and no glasses this time, but
Thanks for sharing, Holly.
no. But what can you tell us about this? Have you read up on this as far as?
I kind of read out. I mean, it seems like it's something that's way off in the future. It's not really on their short-term list of projects, but reading about it, I was kind of trying to figure out what's so different from what they're doing now, other than the fact that it's going to be more sophisticated.
Yeah, I think it's going to be live video. It'll be able to read the environment and lay things over it and tell what things are. Basically, recognize things that are in front of it.
Like more things, because it already recognizes your face.
Yeah, it'll recognize more things. But from what I'm understanding, where they're going to be going, because they've already tried things, for augmented reality with Ghostbusters. It says X-Men Apocalypse. Apparently, they did some kind of a promotional tie-in with them. So I'm thinking it's going to be more for everyday use. Where you're
Well, one of
walking
the
around.
examples that they gave was, let's say, Pepsi decided to do an ad campaign. It would recognize bottles and put its own brand over whatever that bottle was. So it doesn't matter if you're drinking beer or a Coke or whatever, that it's a Pepsi product immediately. And you can see now. I mean, I think that's a good illustration, but just to sort of conceive how it would work.
Yeah.
But you can imagine how everyday objects could be. What if they put an image on your phone, and that was the ad? Like if you had a phone in the room, a TV in the background,
Right.
whatever. They learn to recognize like these symmetrical shapes, and then they put an ad or an image in there. It could go crazy.
Yeah. And there's so many people that are using Snapchat right now. I mean,
Except for me. I'm not. Apparently, I'm not allowed to use it, so I just don't. By my kids.
Oh, they told you to stay off of it?
No, I downloaded Snapchat and I got on it and I was like, there is nobody I want to chat with on Snapchat. Like nobody I know is on Snapchat. It's a bunch of
Jack.
What's that?
You can add Jack.
There is Jack. There's
He'll
Jack,
stalk
and
you
there's
all
you.
day.
Like, there's some good work friends that I think that but I think I would do it wrong and I would look stupid, so I just don't bother.
So you just stay away from it altogether. Well, that's
You
a
need
good
a
lesson
Snapchat,
for
like,
life.
Introductory course, so what you need to go through.
I'm worried I'll look
need a
stupid, so I'm
crash
not going to
course.
do it. That's that's
I'll teach you about TVs. You teach me about Snapchat.
There you go. Okay, well, that's maybe you can start up a different app for that. Well, anyway, Snapchat, augmented reality, going to incorporate it in more as far as everything that they use. I mean, I think we're going to see more things like that. Snapchat, I think, just has a platform where they can reach more people with this. That doesn't necessarily mean they're going to be the best. I think Google and their ideas with it are especially incorporating like maps and just being able to hold up your phone and have something just show, okay, this castle is this, and here's some display of a guy dressed up in a suit or something, walking out from it. There's lots of different possibilities, I think, with the augmented reality, incorporating it into more apps. Let's bounce off from Snapchat. Let's go to something else here, and let's talk about what Rick just got to do, which I'm extremely jealous. So he got to go down to the Hyperloop event, where Elon Musk was actually in attendance, and this was last week.
Yeah, it was
that you were
last
down there?
weekend. I was there on Sunday most of the day. It was a Hyperloop pod competition that SpaceX was putting on. So they're not affiliated with any Hyperloop companies, but since it was Elon Musk's sort of original idea that he published a few years back, they've put on this competition for universities and colleges and some high schools and even a Reddit team to.
A Reddit team.
Yeah, there was one crowdsourced team from Reddit, and everybody got together in Hawthorne for sort of like to put together to run their pod they've made on this test track that SpaceX built. So it was a mile-long track that was vacuum sealed. It's the longest Hyperloop track that they have right now, and it was basically just go ahead.
And so all these people came up with their ideas on their own. We're like, show up here. Here's this, the specs that you need for how the track works.
Kind of, yeah.
Show us
Everyone
what
sort
you
of came up with their own ideas and their own plans to create. You could do any propulsion system they wanted, anything that would be able to run. And there's a video here of some of the tests.
So I'm confused because I thought that this Hyperloop was supposed to be maglev based. Mm-hmm. And so it was the track maglev, or
and it was vacuum sealed that they have there, and then you can create your own sort of propulsion and energy system based on the things that you wanted to. So it was completely open and separate from a company like Hyperloop One or Hyperloop transportation technologies, which are leaning on maglev and magnets.
So this is saying, here's a vacuum tube. How would you?
Yeah, so some
come up
had
with
wheels.
something?
You can see the video there if you're watching on YouTube. That one actually had wheels on it. Some were levitating with magnets. And so it was just basically a competition that pitted everybody against each other to see who had the best idea.
That's pretty amazing, actually, to be able to go down to see something like that. So did you get to ride in any of them? Just
I wish. I sat
Yeah.
in one. University of Wisconsin was the only one that had one where there was an actual seat that could sit a full-size human in it.
Mm-hmm.
Otherwise, everyone else just had smaller pods that were just basically miniature ideas of what they wanted to do.
So what was the end result? Was there a winner? Or
There were
did
a
they
couple
decide-
winners. There was a bunch of awards given out for safety, for pod design, for sort of overall performance and speed, and a couple of European teams actually won the top prizes, which was best overall score, which was safety, reliability, pod design, and speed was given to a team from the Netherlands, Delft Hyperloop. And
Okay.
then there was a team from Munich. Their name was VAR. They won for the fastest. They went roughly 50 miles an hour.
Damn.
Which kind of pales in comparison to what they want to go, which is like 650 miles per hour.
Still,
but
though, if
it's
this
still
is something you came
right?
up with at home and then you trust it to go 50 miles an hour, I guess I just think of people with like soapbox derby or something like that. Like, I'm not going to trust anybody's thing going 50 miles an hour.
Right. And even
Just a homemade
SpaceX was
contraption.
saying they expected like nobody to really get anything down the track. So
Yeah.
the fact that it went 50 miles an hour is pretty impressive.
And Elon Musk was there.
He was, yeah. He gave opening remarks and kind of walked around and took time to. Yeah, there's a picture that I took.
Seems like you were really close to him, and I think this Hyperloop stuff is really interesting. But I think what people really want to know is
What's his Musk smell like?
what does Musk's musk smell like? Did you get to whiff Musk's musk?
It was like 75 degrees and sunny the whole weekend, so there wasn't much of a musk coming off him,
Not much
except for-
wafting
Yeah, not much
your way.
wafting. There wasn't much wind. But the dude can definitely amass a crowd. I was standing. I didn't realize he was walking down to look at the things, and as he was coming down, I just like get bumped into by this massive crowd of people that are just kind
Yeah.
of shuffling
Hovering
along
around
with
him.
Exactly.
His disciples.
Does
Yeah,
he have,
yeah.
does he
I
have
kinda-
bodyguards?
There was basically the SpaceX employees that were just like pushing people out of the way, like, "Hey,
Okay.
move, he's coming through."
Mr.
Yeah.
You
Musk is
can't come
coming
over
through.
here.
Yeah, it was like the same media people that were, kind of helping keep everything going. Were making sure that no one was like really messing with him or getting too close to him.
Yeah.
You know?
Everybody has a fragrance these days, and I think you should like partner up with Christian Dior and just call it Elon, because it's already a
right,
Musk.
Exactly, it's already a Musk, right? But I thought it was cool that he went around and personally looked at everybody's sort of
Sorry.
hijacking this entire podcast. This is my
Scale up,
segment.
Joe.
But he went around and personally looked at everybody's entries and talked with the people and talked with the engineers, and which he could have just given the open remarks and left.
Yeah.
But he took time to walk through, and I thought that was kind of cool
That's
for a
the
guy
cool
that's as
thing
big
about
as Elon
exactly.
Musk,
He
know?
doesn't have to try to be cool.
Right.
He just is.
Yeah.
Right, and
He's a
he
great guy.
knows it. And I think it's nice, though, to hear that that's how he was interacting with everybody.
Yeah.
And that it worked out that way. Because you never know. There's a lot of CEOs, I think, that we've all heard that are not as nice in person, or celebrities.
It
So-
just shows a general interest in like an idea that he had, and while he's not directly involved in the manufacturing or like the innovation, he still wants to know what people are doing with his original idea.
Yeah, that's great. It's being noted in the chat by Juan that Caleb will be here all week, so that we know. He'll continue his live performance.
And the week after that,
8
and
o'clock
the
and
week
10
after
o'clock
that.
tonight, live on YouTube. All right. Well, that's still that's really, really cool.
Yeah,
Got
it was
to go
fun.
down
It
and
was
see all that
it was
stuff.
cool to see just all the different things that, and the different technologies people had thought of to make this, because there were so many. Almost every single one was different, and they're not the big companies that are trying to put this together. Like I said, they're just universities and colleges. It's kind of cool to see them try to push it forward with limited resources. There's not a whole lot of testing.
That's where the best innovation comes
Right,
from.
exactly. I mean, this is like a brand new thing that people were just like kind of jumping in, head first.
And they made one that
don't know
went
how it's gonna-
50 miles an hour. That is
Yeah, one went 50 miles an
really
hour, yeah.
impressive.
Finally, something for me to feel positive about.
There we go. All
High
right.
speed
Well,
transportation.
I'm going to change.
Transportation.
I'm going to change your
Not
opinion
on my
that.
haters profile.
Yeah, exactly.
Because here's something to feel scared about. So we're going to move from the Hyperloop to Boston Dynamics, which we haven't talked about them a lot in a while, but I think everybody's familiar with their videos, especially the one where they have the robot that they keep pushing over with broomsticks and hockey sticks. It's one of the best videos ever, especially the one where they dub over the robot's voice. Damn it, Kevin! Knock it off. It's fantastic. I'll post a link to that. But now, they were bought up by Google or Alphabet, and then Google was trying to sell them off.
I think they still are. It's just
Yeah.
like no one wants
to buy them, but they make the most terrifying but highly efficient robots that I think anybody is making out there. At least their videos are on point. Their videos blow up, and it's pretty incredible some of the things they've come up with. And they've got a brand new one now, a wheeled robot that is called Handle.
One's crazy.
And
They call it what?
Handle.
Handle.
Like
Is-
Handel, like is
Like
Handle.
Handle.
Handle stuff.
yeah.
Yeah.
Howie Handel.
Yes, yeah, Handle. And so, according to Boston Dynamics, it's more efficient than its legged counterparts. And this thing, they show a video of it, and it's tearing around on two wheels. If you can't see it right now, and if you're listening to the audio podcast, it's horrifying. It's got two hoof-like arms on it. It can spin completely in circle. It's really fast and can tear around the room. It lifts up boxes and all kinds of different things. And this, they're saying, is going to be the more efficient way to create these kinds of robots, is to put them on self-balancing wheels.
Have we gotten to the part where it hops yet? No,
Yeah,
I think that's
at the end of the video.
Yeah, that
right
okay, here
here.
we go. For those watching on YouTube, this is probably the most impressive thing. Boom. I mean, that was executed with perfection.
Yeah.
And I mean, like, I don't know much about robotics, but I think that's something that's really hard to pull off.
Yeah.
And that's what's amazing. That thing has grace and style that none of the former robots did. Because look at the way that they walk, their gait. You know, it's
Right.
always very mechanical and stuttered. Exactly.
Yeah, they're
you
like
know.
hopping on their pegs.
Was that autonomous or was someone driving that?
I think somebody was driving it.
Yeah, I believe they were in
hope it's
control of
not
that one.
autonomous.
Well, you
And
know,
it
it's
just
one
knows
step
how to
Not
do
away.
yet.
those spins and stuff.
And it's worth noting that when that video first came out, this is the power of the internet for you. They tried to squash it. So the original video that it appeared on was from a phone in the auditorium, and it was up on the screen. That video later, they ended up blurring out that section of the presentation because they didn't want anybody to see it, I think.
Yeah.
But it was already out there,
Right.
you know, and so that video has since propagated, and
they might as well
definitely
put
wanted
it
to
out.
keep it.
You know,
Yeah,
if they're
I think
for
they
sale.
I think they weren't ready for it to be such a big deal.
Yeah.
But yeah, you're right. If they're trying to
Or
sell the
trying to
company,
get Google to keep them.
right.
You know, if that's
Either way, right.
yeah, either way. Because one of their actual team members, though, during the presentation, called it potentially nightmare-inducing.
Yeah.
That's how they described their own product, and it's true. It is nightmare-inducing when you take a look at that. I mean, they are Skynet and owned by Google. That does make it a little bit more terrifying of what they could do, but still really cool where we're going to see that stuff go.
So I think the problem with that and the reason that Google wanted to sell is there's no practical application for the robots.
Not yet.
You know, and that's what they were having a hard time figuring out. Like they're spending a lot of money in this robotics section for nothing but a 5-minute video that amasses, you know, a couple 100,000 YouTube views, and there was no way for them to use it on like a larger scale.
Yeah.
And so they were ready to just cut their losses.
Well, I mean, some of the robots that they've created in the past, there were tons of potential practical
Sure.
applications. I mean,
Right,
if
just
the military
manufacturing, military.
had bought in, they could have been used as like robotic pack horses or dogs or whatever, where you're basically carting large amounts of equipment through rough terrain where you can't drive. Maybe you can't do a chopper drop or whatever.
Or it's
they
not
coulda-
safe,
It's
or-
not safe.
Yeah.
You know what? I think this would be a really great time to hear from Conspiracy Dan.
Conspiracy Dan making
Conspiracy
a
Dan.
special appearance
Conspiracy
right
Dan.
now on
We haven't
the
talked from him in a while.
Trends with
Google
Benefits
You didn't
podcast.
do
You heard
my
us
song,
talk
my intro
I just
song.
did it.
Conspiracy Dan.
There we go.
You did.
I was told by somebody that I need to make a special appearance to talk about dating haters or something.
Oh, we can circle back around to that. Yeah, the hater app. Well, let's just all right. We'll refresh Dan on what's going on. So there's a new app out now that doesn't match you up. It's kind of like Tinder, only it doesn't match you up with things that you like. It matches you up with things that you hate. So it's got if somebody else hates something, you're going to match up to them, and then that's something you can have in common, and that's how you're going to get a date.
You know, that actually sounds like it's something that you hate that you like to hate.
Yeah,
You know what I
yeah,
mean?
like you enjoy hating
So
it.
it's still like people don't realize, like, you know, it's always positive. Like when you fill out the dating profile, you know, like what are your likes? So I like walks on the beach, whatever.
Yeah.
And I
It's all
really-
lies. Yeah,
I hate stupid people. Holy shit, I hate stupid people too.
No way. Yeah. We
Yeah.
have something in common. Yeah.
Yeah, or you could be like, I hate people that are really annoying.
yeah.
And then you can
I also hate annoying people. Yeah.
you can enjoy that hate together.
I feel like a really strong connection to you right now.
Yeah.
We're joined at the hip.
We're gonna have to date.
You know what?
Tell you why.
We're opposites right now. I really hate white, and you hate gray, so it's perfect.
You're right.
All right, the Conspiracy Dan, do you have any thoughts on the Boston Dynamics robots?
They're scary as hell, especially that one with wheels.
That's the one we were just talking about right now. Yeah.
Yeah, that looks like it's ready to like run up to a crowd of people and like kidnap somebody. Or
Grabs
something.
one and
Yeah.
off,
It looks-
jumping over whenever it can.
Comply.
That is literally like the next evolution of Terminator, right?
Yeah.
If they
Oh,
get
no, it's
AI
Skynet.
going in it, and then you can't outrun it. Like the
Yeah.
previous ones, I think they went 20. Like you might be able to like outmaneuver and whatever, but
Yeah.
you can't even climb a tree probably fast enough before this thing gets to you.
Oh, no, it'll hunt you down.
Well, because it'll jump.
One by one.
Yeah, one
Yeah,
by
that
one.
jump was
The jump was
crazy.
amazing, right?
The jump was crazy, and also the way it went down the curb on the wheels.
Yeah. And this
No
is just
big
a
deal.
prototype that they have. So who knows what else they're coming up with to terrorize us.
Well, they're just showing what they've want to show us.
It's a warning.
I'm sure they've got like their 3-year plan where they've already started. Where, yeah,
They've already
we
put,
don't
like,
want to know
a
what that is.
human-like
Warehouses
face
full
on
of
it.
these
And
robots.
yeah,
Yeah, if you see one of those, you're never seeing again.
that's just it. Just got to lay down tacks or something to pop the wheels, and then I think we'll be all right.
Exactly. Spike strip. Yeah.
Oh, no.
Bananas. You got to do bananas.
just
Did you
jump
see
the
the
spike
banana test they did with the
Yes.
one?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, and it slipped going around the corner. Yeah.
That's how we'll fight them. That's how we'll fight the robots
You
off.
grease the wheels.
Oil slick.
It's like Spy Hunter. You know
Exactly,
what's old
yeah.
is new again, right? Yeah.
All right, well, let's get to our final topic here. This show is all over the board today, but since the Super Bowl is this weekend, I do want to talk about some new ways that you can order pizza, which is via Facebook. And Domino's has been working on this for a while. Their chatbot where you can order pizza from it, and now I guess you can order from the full menu by just chatting with it. Holly, how does this work?
Yeah, so they have an AI on their chat box, and you just have to type pizza, and it's the trigger word to let them know that they're ordering, and you can just put in your order.
And then you just order it right
On
off
the website or on your phone?
just all
On
through
your
the
phone
chat.
through Messenger, on your computer through Messenger, if you're on Facebook app, and you just
Gotcha.
hit up Domino's Messenger.
That is dangerous.
and just pizza.
Yeah,
Yeah.
especially
On the way.
Pizza now.
because I'm gonna
Be
guess most
hungry.
people will be drinking at some point. Like, damn pizza.
It's genius, too, because you do pizza, and then 10 minutes later, you're like, did I order pizza?
I don't know. I'm gonna send it
Pizza.
again, even though in the messenger it says pizza already. You're like,
Yeah,
I'm gonna
but
do
that's
it again.
true though. You know, so many people are gonna be like 20 minutes later, the pizza guy's at the door. I didn't order pizza.
Can you imagine leaving your
I
phone
did.
unlocked and what people do right now?
That's what I would worry
This
about.
is like the whole new Columbia House order DVDs or CDs to a friend, like on a whole
Yes.
new
Yeah.
75
pizza, pizza, pizza,
pizzas.
pizza.
How long until you can just be like, beer?
Just-
and pizza.
You could probably do that with Alexa now. I mean,
Yeah.
you could figure out something where you could just say that. Yeah, I like the convenience of all of this stuff, but that's the thing that worries me. Like, it's just too easy for anybody else to order on something. It's my fault if I leave my phone unlocked, but still.
I had a kid
If I
put
can-
like he'd like posted on my behalf, almost on Digital Trends' behalf,
Oh, no.
like
Not even
12
change
poop
that.
emojis and
I got it.
and like
I totally got it.
and like eight roosters, followed by a bunch of KOK, like cock, and I'm like, this is a three.
I texted Caleb, and it was like, "What are you trying to tell me?" I'm so confused right now.
It was a 3-year-old. I gave my iPad to a 3-year-old so he could watch a movie, and I didn't count on him like going into Facebook and like finding the poop emoji, which apparently he thinks is hilarious.
Did you hate it?
Yeah. Do you hate that he did that? Yeah.
You know what? I'm putting that on my haters app right now. 3-year-olds with my iPad poop emoji.
You know what I think about this whole like ordering pizza that way is it takes the romance out of like your pizza date.
The
No,
pizza
like,
date or trying to communicate to the person
Netflix
you're ordering
and chill
from?
and order pizza, but it kind of takes like instead of like, hey,
I don't know,
you want
man.
to Netflix and chill? I have some pizza ready for you.
I mean, if you're making out, you can, and you're hungry, you just be like pizza, and
Pizza emoji.
you never have to
Pizza
stop.
emoji, right?
Yeah,
it
pizza
actually
emoji.
adds
That's it.
another checkbox to the hater app too. Like
Yeah.
I think it'd be useful.
Okay.
I hate chatbots.
Like it went from I'm making dinner for my date to I'm gonna order pizza. Like the old-fashioned way of calling or going through the website. And now,
Boring.
like,
Yeah.
it's like there's no effort. Like I want to go for a long walk on the beach, but I'm gonna have like the Boston Dynamics robot just carry me.
That's the use for it. Now I get it. All right. That works out. All right. Well, I think that's all we have time for today. I have no idea what we've talked about today. I don't remember. Thanks, everybody, for tuning in. So this is Trends with Benefits. This is our weekly show. So we're live here on YouTube and Facebook every Thursday at 2:30 p.m. Pacific time. And then it's up as a podcast after that. So you can download the audio, subscribe on iTunes or wherever you get podcasts. Tune in there. I will say this, for the Super Bowl, I know Digital Trends is going to have an article continuously updated, I believe, with the commercials.
We've already got, it's already up. You can see all of the commercials that we know about for the Super Bowl. Also, all of the movie trailers that will be shown during the Super Bowl. And also, if you need to know how to stream the Super Bowl online, we've got an article all about that coming out as well, right around the time of the Super Bowl. So if you don't already know, we've got it spelled out for you.
Perfect. All right, so find all that at digitaltrends.com. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. We'll be back next week with another episode.
Pop In Podcast.